Hi everybody, here's Krystian from TeamworkCast.
And this is Nick, the extremely thirsty member of TeamworkCast.
Yes, and this is another video from a recent tournament at Würfelkiste in Aachen, store championship at Würfelkiste in Aachen, which is a really, really cool store in Aachen. I wish I would visit more frequently. This is the third game I recorded. Not exactly sure which round this is. I'm playing on the left. I'm playing as HB, Engineering the Future. Hey, Haas Bayreuth. And on the right we have Gereon, who is playing Kate, the standard shaper runner from the core set. Have you seen this card that he's using, Nick, yet?
I have not seen this card. So this is one of the promotional cards they gave away at tournaments?
Yeah, he's using one of those. It's pretty sweet. I was lucky enough to win one of those as well. So I was pretty excited about this because they look pretty nice.
That is awesome. I'm going to have to see if I can pick one up. I imagine you can buy them, though I imagine they're also expensive.
Yeah, you can buy them. Like, I guess people are trying to finance their Netrunner addiction by selling them on eBay after they win the tournaments.
I see you're still using your clear-backed sleeves.
Well, it's still the same tournament that the last time. I hadn't had the opportunity to implement your suggestions.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll forgive you someday.
Also, the map that Gereon is using, I could have won this on the previous tournament, but I haven't.
I like these things. I don't know if they're worth it. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I don't like them too much because they're very busy. It's kind of like the cards get lost visually on the maps.
I guess I wish that I could have one where it would have all of the preset things that I'm going to need. Like if I'm on a corporate side, here's all of the servers that I might need, and then
you can totally get those. Yeah, that's good. All right, I think we're about to begin the game. I'm installing an ice, Nick.
You're protecting your R&D very quickly. That's good.
Yeah, and HQ. And I should have gotten money for this, and I haven't gotten it. I hope I will remember. And I'm installing something in the server as well, and I gotten the money. Yes, sweet, because of my ability as a corporation to get money the first time I install stuff in somewhere. So it's Gereon's turn. Gereon is a pretty sweet player. I played it with him quite frequently, and he has a pretty sweet corporation deck, but it is he's not playing it right now. So he makes a run on my R&D, and it is a wall of static, and it stops him because he has nothing out.
I'm still sad that I haven't seen any meat damage decks yet.
They are usually very quick, but yeah. So he gets out the console, which is Grimoire, and he gets out the Parasite, and because of Grimoire, the Parasite gets out a counter immediately, and he puts it on the wall of static. So the counters will now build up on the Parasite, and the Parasite will slowly eat down the strength of the ice wall and of the wall of static until it eventually dissolves and gets destroyed.
Oh man!
Very popular tactic. Yes.
So this is the same deck that we saw you play previously, right?
Yes, it is the same one. Hopefully this one will go better, although Gereon is a pretty experienced player.
I'm still sad for your draw luck in the last game.
I had worse with draw luck. So he runs into an Eli, which is pretty sweet ice by HB. It ends the run, but you can click through if you want to. You can get through as a runner.
Oh, that's... I have always wondered about the efficiency of these specific things. I mean, you're forcing the runner to spend money, which is nice.
Yeah, well, no, clicks. You're spending it...
clicks.
Spend clicks.
Oh, look at me not knowing how to read card descriptions.
So I install yet another thing in the server, and that's pretty much it. And then Gereon gets more counters on his Parasite. He plays a Data Sucker, which will allow him to decrease the strength of ice even further. So he can basically shoot down ice now, which he does. I think he made a run on something to get a... No, he got a counter because of his Grimoire. And he finally sees something, and it's because he makes a run on my R&D, but it is nothing.
Yeah, it's so... I would imagine that this is going to be... Is this a short game?
No, it is... Don't spoil anything. Maybe it's... Maybe it's going to take a long time.
Oh, no, it seems like he is dominating right now, and you're not going to be able to get ice out, and he's just going to sit there and either go after your total bait servers right there? Or
So he plays indexing, which is a very fascinating card. He takes 5 cards from my R&D, and he is able to rearrange them in any order and put them back on top of R&D.
yeah, this is total control deck. It seems.
It is a little bit controlled. This is really funny because he just rearranges the cards. He doesn't actually access the cards.
Yeah.
So if he finds agendas, he can put the agendas exactly in the right place for him to be able to snatch them when it's time for him. So for example, now he can like pretty much define my next 5 turns.
That's incredible.
Unless I draw, of course, extra cards. And of course he gets data sucker tokens because he made a successful run. Now I get the card that he put on top of R&D for me, so he knows exactly what I draw. And I have decisions to make, Nick. I have decisions to make.
These are tough decisions. At this point, I'm wondering what those 2 unprotected things are. I would imagine they're just augmentations.
Yeah, we're gonna maybe find out. I install ice because I want to protect my R&D anyway, even though Gereon knows exactly what's in it. Well, especially because he knows exactly what's in it. I assume he put like some agendas at the right spot. The problem, I would use a card like indexing, but the thing is, my brain is so vapid. I would completely forget, what cards were on the thing. Like, I know exactly what's going to be on turn 5, and the next turn, like, I completely forgot anything that I saw last turn.
That's probably the only skill I have as a player, is that I remember things.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. I will probably need to use like. He makes a Dirty Laundry run, I guess on my archives to get money. Dirty Laundry is a pretty sweet card. You make a run for 2, and if the run's successful, then you get additionally to whatever the run achieved 5 money back. And he plays Daily Casts, very, very popular card right now. You put 8 monies on it, and at the beginning of your turn, you get 2 from theirs. And now we get to know what one of the cards is that I played. It is an Adonis campaign, which is actually very similar to Daily Cast. It's like basically Daily Casts for the corporation.
I love how many of these different banking cards there are.
Oh yeah, they're like very different variations. They all work a little bit differently. And so you kind of have to pick the ones that fit the kind of play style you want to have. You can maybe charge it up and get the money, or you get the money automatically, or you get like a huge load of money at once.
It's like, according to Netrunner, you won't have a centralized bank account anymore. It's just sort of like, here's some money. And it's everything places.
It's basically communism.
Basically.
All right, so I set up my Adonis campaign. Adonis campaign is a little bit different from Daily Cast because you get 3 money from the Adonis campaign. You get 2 money from Daily Cast per turn. But, the principle is the same.
I'm sad, Krystian, your opponent has a ring on its finger.
But
you do not.
I am not taken matrimonially, but I am...
She needs to put a ring on it.
She needs to put a ring... Or maybe we put on rings on each other's. All right, I install ice. And it doesn't cost me money because of my ability as a corporation. I get money when I install something, and it kind of cancels each other out.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Camera is shaking from excitement.
Yeah, camera is shaking from the pure power on the table right now.
I'm getting more money.
What is that, Dr. Manhattan? He comes back and he's like, "Hey guys."
I'm thinking of Son Goku more like when he's like charges up, he shakes like.
What if Dr. Manhattan was in charge of Netrunner?
The guy on his mat, it kind of looks like Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, he just kind of comes back and he's like, "Hey guys, the age of technology has arrived."
I already did it 5 minutes ago. You haven't known.
I did it 35 minutes ago.
The singularity happened 5 minutes ago. He makes a run on Adonis campaign to trash it. Alas, the money is gone.
I'm surprised he didn't protect it.
Well, it's like if he makes a run on it and he trashes it, then he loses money, and that's good for me as well.
That's true.
It doesn't cost me anything. Actually, I get money from installing stuff, so it's actually good for me. And he gets out a... Kathy? You know what I mean, right?
Kathy?
Katie.
Katie.
It's another economy card, which is basically she's basically a female Han Solo. Katie Jones. That was the last name, I forgot. Yes, he's basically a female Han Solo. You can charge her up with money, and then you get her the money from her. She kind of like, you invest in her, and she does like fishy business for you, and then you get it back. And I score my first agenda.
Oh, nice.
I get like extra clicks with the first card, with Biotic Labor, and then I install a card, and because I have extra clicks, I can advance it immediately, and it's an accelerated beta test, so I can get 3 cards. Will I do this? Yes, I get 3 cards from my library, from my R&D. And if it's ice, I can install it immediately without paying the install cost, which is pretty sweet. But it can be also dangerous, like now, because now there were cards maybe that weren't ice. Maybe there were agendas, and I have to discard them immediately. So if there's agendas now in my archives, then he can just snatch it from my archives.
And you basically just said there's an agenda in my archive because you installed ice in your archive right after. Oh, you've given it all away.
He knows, but what should I do? If I mean, that's an obligatory thing to do after like a move like this. But I didn't install both ice there, so he knows that maybe.
I think I would take a chance, and I would just leave it open casually, not really paying attention to it, seeing if he won't take the bait, and then put 2 ice on your server with your card down, which maybe would try and get, but I don't know. That's taking an awful risk.
That's a good strat, and it maybe works sometimes, but it didn't work. I used this strategy once, and it didn't work, and so the guy got like 1 agenda for free. So he makes a run on my R&D.
See, put it where it was.
On my HQ, and he gets through everything, and he scores an agenda. Oh no!
Son of a biscuit.
He scores also an accelerated beta test, so we are even now.
Man,
he was lucky.
You're pumping out software. Beta's quick.
I'm pumping up software.
Are you pumping out beta tests?
Oh yeah.
Although you just got one stolen from them.
I'm a developer. developers. So he makes a run on my R&D. He wants to score it, but it's not something he can score it. I'm very porous right now. He gets through all possible places now.
Well, I hope that you kind of shut that down.
The problem is I don't have money, so I can't res anything. Because I just installed this, I just advanced this agenda, and it just cost me so much money that I'm broke. And also he got rid of my Adonis campaign, so I'm extra broke. So yeah, I cannot res. All of my ice is worthless right now. So I install more ice, which is good in this case because I get more money for this. And I get more money and end my turn.
Very nice.
Gereon gets monies from his podcasting. He does Netrunner podcasts in this game. Meta.
That is pretty meta.
Even he does even daily podcasts. That's pretty sweet. I don't think we're there yet, Nick.
I like his classy red little counters.
Oh yeah, I kind of like almost want to steal this idea because it's actually the tokens are nice because they feel like money.
Yeah.
But once you get like to high numbers, it getting so cumbersome. So yeah. So he plays a sure gamble to get more money.
I really like my broken egg counters. I still haven't managed to use them yet. I've been so busy lately. I haven't played anything.
You need to record some of those videos as well so we can see your sweet counters in action.
It's I was supposed to go today to play a whole bunch of games, but I don't have time because I have 3 research meetings I got to get to.
Oh well. All right. So he does nothing else. He just gets money. I install more ice. This is good for me because this gives me time to get more money to be able to res my all precious ice.
You should just label this deck Creeping Doom because you just slowly creep to the other side of the table with your ice.
So we now know what the other card was. It was a Jackson Howard, and I use him to get more cards, so I can maybe get something that gives me more money. I don't know. We still don't know what is in archives. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I did this strategy where I know that something was in archives, but it was useless, and I put ice in front of archives to bait him there, but the ice was dangerous. You know what I mean? But I don't think I did that because I didn't have the money to rest that ice. I don't know. Yes. So thoughts are getting thought.
I like that he's accomplishing a lot as a runner without really anything.
Well, he just that's pretty sweet. Yeah, he just has he just accumulates a huge amount of data sucker tokens and nothing else. So he uses I think he uses what's it called again? We had it in a previous game. Test run.
Yeah, I was
to get an admin. Are you familiar with admin?
I am not familiar with admin.
A very, very cool icebreaker. So the idea is when you pay it, when you install it, you can pay
X. Wow.
Yeah, when you install it, you pay an amount of money that you can choose, and then it has that strength. And it can break things that are exactly his strength, but nothing else.
Oh, it has to be exactly the strength?
Yes.
Oh,
so if it is one strength, he can break everything that is one strength, but it has to have one strength.
Oh, man. So he's making a run on archives because he's going for that card. See, it took him 3 turns to get to that card.
Yeah.
You could have put that ice on another server.
I could have. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the deal here is. Oh, he makes a run on archives, and I use Jackson Howard to get that card from the archives into my R&D, back in my R&D. I think it was an agenda. So here you can see how Jackson Howard can be used to save agendas that you put into your archives by some weird means.
Atman is crying. If Atman could cry.
I don't know how he knew that. So the deal is that Atman works very well with Data Sucker, because Data Sucker can decrease the strength of an ice. So you can decrease the strength of an ice to match your Atman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can use Data Sucker to basically get through any ice. Very...
As long as it's 1, you can always decrease to 1.
Yeah.
But if it was 2, you can't increase to 2.
Yes, so you can only get... But I guess if it's 2, you can decrease the 2 to 1, and then you get through. You know what I mean? You cannot... so he makes a run of my R&D, and he gets into a beautiful ice. I love that ice. It's grim, and it is trashing a program.
Ooh...
He uses Data Sucker tokens to get Grim down to 1.
Ooh, 5.
Yeah. So, he got through Grim. He avoided trashing a program, but he had to waste a lot of Data Sucker tokens. And sadly, I'm taking a bad publicity because Grim is an illicit ice. It's kind of forbidden.
Oh.
So now he has extra additional money for any run, which is a little bit sad, but I was able to get rid of so many Data Sucker tokens, and Grim is still there. I mean, he still has to get through there.
I like that it's just this big black dog.
Yeah, it's pretty badass art there.
I wonder. So the flavor text is from the professor.
Huh?
I wonder what pop culture reference this is. Huh. I like this Dr. Manhattan Matt. The more I look at it, the more I enjoy it.
All right, so I didn't do much. I think I just got money. And then it's Gereon's turn.
I guess for me, I enjoy... So the noise helps me focus.
Noise?
Yeah, so usually when I do something, I have noise, either visual or audio.
I see.
And it helps me focus on what I'm doing.
Well, it is nice and colorful, that's for sure. So he makes a run on R&D again, and I rest the second ice, which is Chimera.
Ooh, you have a dog and a dragon?
Yes, and the Chimera is something that he cannot break right now, but the thing with the Chimera, the funny thing is with Chimera, it's strength 0, so he cannot get through with Admin. because he can only decrease the strength of ice. He cannot increase it.
Yeah,
which is super ironic.
Yes, this is what I was saying. Making Atman 1 is probably the best move because you can't increase the cost of ice, but you can decrease everything to 1 as long as it's not 0.
No. 0 is the best because you can decrease everything to 0, but you cannot. But the thing is, like, you waste data sucker tokens if you do that. So he gets out a self-modifying code, which is a very, very sweet card. You can trash it to get a card from your deck, a program from a deck. And the cool thing about this is you can do it mid-run. So you can run something, and as the ice is rezzed, you can get the code breakers you need to break the ice. Very, very cool trick. And I'm making a successful demonstration because I stopped him last time. I'm getting more money. I love this card. I already said it last time, but it's such a flavorful, nice thing. It's like, yeah, we stopped the runner, woo! And you can imagine somebody like Bill, Steve Jobs, like on a stage, like, this year we stopped a runner.
I wish that it was like some intern, like intern party. Because the intern managed to stop the runner.
And the interns. Well, there is a card called Interns as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's pretty sweet as well. So yeah, with that amount of money, I think I played a hedge fund as well. So yeah, that was a very, very successful money turn for me.
I call that a lucrative turn.
It was. So this looks good for me. Slightly better for me. We are even. He slowly gets out his code breakers and everything, but I slowly have the money to res all my sweet ice, and I can maybe start I don't know, scoring agendas. That would be pretty sweet. I check what I installed there. I installed something there.
I'm gonna guess it's another Jackson Howard.
You think so? Oh, he wants to find out. It's another Grim. I don't think he even has enough. Does he have enough data sucker tokens? I can't tell. He needs 4. Yes, he has enough. He uses all 4 of them to get it to strength 1, so we can break it with Admin. And he gets through. And it is a Dead Honest campaign. He trashes it. Ah, yes. So this is great for me because I don't need the money from Dead Honest campaign anyway. Well, maybe now I need. But he had to pay, his money to trash it, and he had to pay all the data sucker tokens to get into there. So I was able to bait him into the server.
Yeah, like you've got just these 2 black dogs that are just protecting you now.
And there's the small child as well.
This is kind of a creepy deck.
It is. I don't even know how this is supposed to work with HB because they're using robots to protect their servers. How is this supposed to work? Are they plugging the robots to the mainframe and using them as firewalls?
This is through Project Morpheus, Sony's new virtual environment.
Probably. Watch out, guys! Don't overindulge in VR.
That's why the dogs have the red eyes. They took the red pill.
Or maybe they were playing too much Virtual Boy.
That's true.
All right, so I'm thinking about what to do. I'm installing more ice on the empty server now. I am getting a card. Oh, it's a roto turret. I saw it's a roto turret.
This has been kind of an exciting game. I fully expected the runner to just completely dominate you, but you're starting to turn this around.
It was looking very good for him, but I'm stabilizing. I feel I'm stabilizing. I moved my money to next to my R&D. I don't know why. All right, so we're discussing something weird. I don't know exactly what we're discussing. I think something to do with a data sucker. Gereon gets money.
Are you sure it wasn't because something to do with the fact that you're about to take over his entire play area?
Maybe. I mean, that's like a maybe a little bit of psychological warfare. Yeah, he gets this card. There's a memo chip. I forgot what the exact name is. Let me look it up real quick. It is a shaper card. Very, very cool hardware. Very popular hardware recently. Clone chip, not memo chip. That's right. You can trash it and you can install a program from your heap, from the discard area. So you can kind of get back programs that have been trashed. And the cool thing is you trash it, so you can do it also during a run.
Ooh.
Which is, of course, very useful for things like parasites, for example. Yes. So what will Gereon do now? He is on his third click.
You can tell the tension is mounting.
He's getting money. No, he gets money on...
what's her name?
On Katie Jones.
That's so many dice. I wonder if, depending on what persona he's playing, if he has different colored dice for them.
No, he just has these red dice.
I was hoping for...
I actually wanted to have like teal or blue dice because they fit well to cyberspace, I think.
Yeah.
Like, teal is like the cyberspace color. But I decided against them eventually.
You should buy a nice set of metal dice.
Wow. I don't think I'm ready. I'm there yet because you need so many. Look at how many he's using.
You could buy like a big brick of nickel-plated dice. Oh man, classy! It's classy.
Classy. Clunk, 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 clunk. Every time you.
Because you're never gonna roll them. You're just throwing them down.
Right, I'm installing something in a server that was hacked. It is not a secure server. It has been hacked before. What is this corporation thinking of installing something in there?
Well, we gotta keep on plugging, you know?
I swear, the new version of the server, super secure. We have a new guy in IT.
Surely lightning won't strike place. We put in that intern. That intern that stopped the run last time. He's working for this server now.
He's working his way up. I think this guy has a future.
This is a new IT group.
And he installed a second ICE on the server.
We hired a new project manager.
Why am I spent money? Why did I? Oh yeah, because I installed something else this turn already. Yes. Final turn. Final click. I'm gonna get some monies, and that's it. So I installed a thing in the server, and I installed something in front of the server. Gereon gets out a thing from his graveyard, which is a parasite.
Oh no!
And the parasite gets a token.
No, one of your dogs. You got to bring it to the vet.
Oh, and the cool thing is he did it at the end of my turn. So the parasite gets 2 tokens because he gets at the beginning of his turn and because of his grimoire console.
Oh.
Pretty sweet move. You can tell that he's a pro player.
Do you think they have an ice veterinarian?
Ice veterinarian? Oh.
Yeah, because you could bring your dog to the vet. The ice vet.
That sounds like the thing is, I don't want to disappoint you, but I think Grim doesn't have dog as a it's not a dog kind of ice. Well, let me see. What kind of kind is Grim? Because sometimes they have like it's a sentry destroyer and it's illicit. So it's not a sentry dog destroyer. That would be pretty sweet. Because then you certainly could have like some kind of like anti-dog ice. Or anti-animal ice.
He just got the whistle.
Alright, he's doing a run. He's doing the run on the server.
Oh man.
He wants to know.
I love this like insurmountable thing that is all of your ice.
Well, now I'm also thinking like what I'm supposed to rest because he can always get something with his modifiable self-modifying code. So I'm kind of like thinking what ice I'm going to break. I'm thinking what kind of ice he will encounter. So I'm trying to drain his resources in the most efficient way. All right, Roto Turret, good choice. Sweet. So it will end the run and it will trash a program. A pretty bad thing to run into. So he has to use his self-modifying code to get something that can deal with this. Otherwise, he will lose programs.
So when you flip this over, did you say, "I don't hate you"?
I probably said something like, "You run into my trap."
Yes, Chris. What? I have no context for this.
No, seriously, I'm basically going into, because those are all pros and I'm still like a noob, so I'm going to every game like I'm going to probably lose this very quickly. He gets out a femme fatale, which is a pretty sweet move. He spends all his money for this.
Ooh.
Is that true?
He has money stored up in his in his places, so he should be okay.
Yeah, but he has to use a click to get it out.
He's got 2 left. He could take a click, get $3.
He can still use bad publicity.
Yeah.
I think this is the moment where he realizes that he doesn't have enough money. And then I tell him, oh, yeah, but you can still use bad publicity because he forgot.
Oh, man.
Yes,
that's
now I'm
too
pointing
polite.
it out. That's it. I'm pointing it out.
Too polite. Man.
Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Like he was like he got it right. He was thinking with bad publicity in mind, but he forgot it in the in between, and so he did it, and he realized, wait a minute, where's the 2 money that I expected to have? And so I had to like remind him that there is still bad publicity. So he uses bad publicity to break the rotor turret, and I think he jacks out.
Get out! Get out!
Oh no! Yeah, he checks out. Does he? Not sure. Yeah, he spent the 2 clicks. Yeah, he spent the 2 clicks, 2 credits to break a rotor turret, and then he jacked out before he got any further. So.
Man, there's a lot of hard thinking going on right now.
Oh man, this is super. Oh no, so he gets another self-modifying code. He needs to get his money up if he wants to do something useful with it.
Right.
So that's why he charges up his Katie Jones even more.
I don't think I would have installed the self-modifying code. I would have pumped her up twice.
You can use her only once per turn.
Oh, well then, that's why he didn't do it.
Yeah, and probably you want to still have a self-modifying code because he has some nasty surprises in his deck, I know.
I missed that line on that card. You cannot use Katie Jones more than once per turn.
Yeah. She's a busy girl. You can't call her all the time.
I like to think that Katie Jones is the guy that Alec Baldwin calls in those card-to-card commercials.
I haven't seen them. But it sounds hilarious.
Oh, American commercials, I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, I'm celebrating as Baldwin would do. Because I stopped the runner.
Yay!
It was a good choice of putting this intern on the server. This intern knows what to do. This intern is like the best. And he's out there again.
Dynamite.
He's just rising up the ranks. He knows exactly how to manage servers.
So I have a rules question. Can you advance a card that is face down that isn't advanceable? Can you just throw? No? Okay.
No, you can't. You have to obey the rules on the card. But you can get counters on cards that shouldn't be advanceable with other tricks. There's like cards that put counters on other cards. And sometimes counters can't, advanced counters can end up on cards that aren't advanceable. This server was a very successful server. It turned into from a hackable. So I decided that it needs an upgrade.
We're just gonna coat ourselves in ice, guys.
I did put an advancement counter on this card in this server. So that's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
What kind of agenda is this? Or is it maybe a trap? We don't know. Because I put an advancement counter on it, and then I installed stuff.
It could go either way. Because, you could be setting him up for a master stroke, making him spend all of his money and all of his virus tokens to get to a thing that blows his mind.
But what could it be, What kind of thing could it be?
That used to be my strategy when I played corporate back before Wizards of the Coast shut this game down.
No.
I just loaded up servers. I would have like 1 or 2, would have like 4 or 5 ice on it, and then they'd have to work all the way down to a bomb.
Well, that's what Jinteki does, basically, right?
Yeah. Freaking
it would be nice to have like a deck like this with some random Jinteki card like splashed into it, like, and then I put like a Project June back in there, just to mess with the players.
Surprise! Adonis campaign.
Well, it cannot be a Adonis campaign because it's advanced. I don't know. Okay, so he makes a run on R&D on archives. I don't res, so he gets a data sucker token. Third click. He makes a run on the big server. He wants to know it. I'm resing the outermost ice. It is static. A wall of static.
And anyone who's played an MMO on large-scale mumble servers knows the power of the wall of static. You're just sitting there, you're like, yeah, we need to raid.
Alright, so he uses the self-modifying code to get something against the wall of static. What could it be?
I think it's going to be another worm.
Well, nah, I don't think so. It will be probably something. I would say a Corroda, which is a pretty sweet anti-barrier icebreaker.
This is a crazy game. This has not gone the way that I expected this game to go.
Yeah, it looked like it would be over soon. Oh, what is that?
Ooh.
Is it a Crypsis? Oh, I think it's a Crypsis, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it is not a Crypsis.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm not. Yeah, it is Crypsis. This is alternate art for Crypsis. I'm just familiar with the regular Crypsis. Yeah, it is Crypsis, and it's actually pretty sweet now because he gets it down and he gets a token because of his console, so you can start using it immediately. And the Crypsis is a very cool icebreaker from the core set that is able to break anything.
What set is this artwork from?
It is yet another promo card that he won.
Oh man, that's really cool looking. That's way better than like, hey, I'm like this dude.
I'm a green guy looking at a interface.
This has no context for what you're actually doing.
Yes. I'm looking intently into this interface. So.
Look at this circle. It's a circle that's kind of broken up.
This circle is pretty cryptic. I guess you could call it Crypsis.
I mean, it's just like there's no like puzzle pieces, or it doesn't look. I'm glad they have an alternate. I'm gonna have to get some of these.
So what is happening? I'm not really sure. I guess he jacked out. I stopped him.
I don't know how he's going to get through any of this stuff. You've essentially put up the Great Firewall of China at this point.
Well, you will see. He has some pretty good ideas. So he didn't use Crypsis. He got stopped by the wall, but he got Crypsis as a preparation for things in the future to come. I'm thinking how to stop him. I know that the one ice that is infected by the parasite, or the one dog is infected by the parasite, and will soon go.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
On eBay right now, this Crypsis alternate art goes for anywhere between $60 and $90.
Wow! Wow!
Yeah.
Big spender. Well, this is a German Crypsis card, I know. So this might be less or more valuable depending on who you talk to, I guess.
Or how you talk.
The thing is, he says he likes to use the German cards because they are less likely to get
stolen?
Forged,
huh? I used to run into that a lot. When I ran Magic the Gathering tournaments, there would be people who were playing decks, and they had deck protectors, but they would just insert, like, a note card, and it was like Bird of Paradise.
And yeah, like proxies. I hate people who use proxies. It's like, if you don't have the card, don't play it. Come on, man. Like if you start using the proxies, then you can just stop maybe buying the cards altogether, right?
Yeah.
So he makes he made a run on somewhere because he got another data sucker token. Huh, where did he make a run on? I guess the archives. So he made a run on archives. What now? He makes a run on R&D. Is that true?
It looks like it.
He pointed in the direction of the R&D. Ah, yes, I know what he's going to do. Ha, it's very cool. So I'm thinking about resing the ice. I res the ice as a chimera. So it still stops the admin, but now he has Crypsis. So I'm kind of like forcing him to use the Crypsis to break it.
Yeah.
And he indeed uses Crypsis to break it.
He's going to have to work hard to put virus tokens on these things.
Well, he has a Grimoire, which kind of helps, but only if you install it. So yeah. So he broke this, and he gets into this the card, the Grim card, and he uses his data sucker to decrease the strength of this ice, so it gets trashed in it.
Oh.
And I'm confused by this. I'm like, whoa. What is wrong? My R&D is suddenly completely unprotected.
Your virus-ridden dog.
The dog. All right. And he scores an agenda, ladies and gentlemen. Well, luckily, it's just a 1-point agenda. It's a Gila's Hands Arcology. I don't know how to pronounce this. Would have been a pretty sweet agenda to score, but alas. We still don't know. We still don't know what's in the crazy server.
I want to know.
He makes a run again, and this time it's nothing of importance.
Man, how is this even going to work? How many points is the agenda that you have won right now? Is that 2?
Yeah, it should be 2. Let me see. Haven't used this deck for quite a while.
Oh, he took the bad publicity, which is what he should have done to begin with, so he remembers.
Yeah, we put it on his because it makes sense to put a bad publicity at the runner's side, because it's the one who gets used to use it.
Oh, you just scored another agenda. Good job.
Oh man, like now it's like now you see this the weakness of Chimera, because you have to res it every turn.
Yeah,
it's
you have no money.
Yeah, it drains your money as a corporation if it's the only thing protecting the server. So if the runner can keep running it, then he can basically drain your money.
So basically, what I'm predicting is going to happen this turn is he's going to run on your R&D twice. Because you have no money to res it, so it's not protected in any way, shape, or form. Oh, come on, man, do it!
Do it!
Do it!
And yes! And I'm shocked by this. I'm shocked. Wait a minute, it's not over yet. It's at 5.
Yes.
Wait a minute, I scored an agenda. I wasn't looking for a moment. And it's another agenda. Of course! Of course!
Man, you did so well in that.
2 runs in a row and both are agendas. Well, that's luck.
What can you do?
It was a very complex game. I kind of liked the big server that we established there, and the mystery involved about the server and stuff like that. So I was enjoying this game a lot, and I think on the next game I haven't recorded that one, but that was, I think we went into overtime, and I think I was successful, but only by the number of points, or maybe it was a draw. I don't know. I still enjoy those games, especially against Gereon, because he's a very cool player.
Nice. This game is entertaining for me. I can't believe how many times I guess that's the way that Netrunner goes. You don't have it just, I guess I'm done now. Yeah.
It's like you build up these things and suddenly it's over. It's like, whoa, all this planning suddenly, dissolves into nothingness. So yeah, that's kind of like it goes. We will be uploading some more games from this specific tournament, so tune in next time where we'll be back with Netrunner with TeamworkCast. And meanwhile, hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Hyped up,
Shut
up,
Shut up and get in the car.
Shit on me.